Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. I hope you're well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Selina and I release a crochet tutorial every week. And this week I'm bringing to you this beautiful shawl. It's part of my vintage crochet series, and I'm really happy to say that I actually crocheted this vintage shawl with vintage yarn. So you can head over to my blog selinaveronique.com, where I have, as always, put the free written pattern, and also I've written the whole blog post about the research I did on this yarn and the shawl and everything. So yeah, I'm very excited. So if you want more details, head over to the blog selinaveronique.com. The link is in the down bar. And so for this shawl, I used this yarn. So it's called Border Yarn, and it's a vintage yarn. I found a huge pack of these skeins of yarn last year in a charity shop near my house, and this yarn doesn't exist anymore. It's called, I will be linking in the down bar also all the items that I used, but also substitutes, and I'll be writing the substitutes down on my blog too. And so this yarn is called Border Yarn, and it's written tristle nylon machine washable double crepe. And this was quite double crepe yarn appears to be very popular in England in the 70s and 80s apparently. And this is 20-gram balls, and I used about 15 20-gram balls for this shawl. And it's so nice because this yarn is made in England, and it's it's made by Norland Wools in Newcastle upon Tyne. And this is the city where I live, so it's really nice and fun to see that there was yarn that was actually made in this city at some point. And I went online briefly, I'm just going to say this, the details is in the blog post, but I did go online, and this company was active in the 70s and 80s. So yes, that's really interesting. So I'm sorry if this introduction is really long, but I thought it was so nice to crochet a vintage shawl with vintage yarn. And let me know in the down bar, in the comments, if you like these types of videos, because obviously if I see more vintage yarn, I'll buy it and make a crochet project with it. So yeah, so this is a really lovely yarn, and this yarn actually is really soft. It's a really lovely pink yarn, and it's not written on the backet, but I think it's a light 3, also known as a DK weight yarn. So I also used a 5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a tapestry needle for this project. Like I said, I used 15 balls of this yarn, and I'll do the math and write down how many skeins of yarn or grams you will need for this project if you substitute. And let me know if you've ever come across this yarn ever. I would be really it would be really nice to know, so let me know. And so this shawl features a lovely design. So this is a C2C stitch, and then I crocheted a really lacy edging. As you can see, this is called a double loop edging, and it was really nice and fun to crochet. And don't forget, all the historical details about this shawl design and the yarn will be up on the blog, so I'll link that in the description box. So don't forget to head over there if you want more details about that. I just didn't want to make this video too long, so I'm not going to go in depth with all those historical details. I'm just gonna go straight into the tutorial in 1 second. But if you do want more details, just head over there. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. That really helps me out. And don't forget to join the membership app, Patreon. It's linked in the down bar also, and it's a really great way for us to connect. So yeah, I'm just going to jump into the tutorial now. Okay, so to begin this tutorial, you will be making a slip knot. So just go ahead and create a slip knot. Pop your hook through. So just pop your hook through and tighten. And now that you've done this, you are going to be chaining 6. So just go ahead and chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And once you've chained 6, you simply need to count 1, 2, 3, 4 chains from the hook and place a double crochet into that 4th chain from the hook. So to do your double crochet, wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that chain, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and that creates a double crochet. And the first chain 3 at the beginning counts as a double crochet. Now go into the next chain with a double crochet, and into the next chain with a double crochet, and now that we've placed 3 double crochets and that our first chain 3 also counts as a double crochet, that means we have 4 double crochets in total, and that creates our first row and our first cluster of double crochets for this C2C pattern. So what you are going to be doing now is chaining 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Turn your work like so and do the exact same thing. So count 4 chains from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in that 4th chain place a double crochet. So just go ahead and place a double crochet into that, and then go into the next chain with a double crochet, and into the next chain with a double crochet, and now what we are going to be doing is joining these 2 squares. So to do this, you are going to place them side by side, and you are going to be popping your hook through. So just pop your hook through the 2 last double crochets from the previous cluster. So just go with your hook directly through that space, and you are going to be slip stitching. So take your yarn and pull through the space and pull through the chain, and that creates a slip stitch. And as you can see, that has attached our squares together. And now what we are going to be doing is working on this double crochet here, so through this space. So what you are going to be doing to begin this next cluster is chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as your first double crochet, and you are going to be working along this double crochet. So go ahead and place a double crochet, and you are working, like I said, between these 2, between this space. So place a double crochet into that, and then place a double crochet once again, and place another double crochet into that space, because obviously we want a 4 double crochet cluster, and this is what we have. So as you can see, row 2 is finished, and our pattern is starting to appear. So now for the next row, which is row 3, you are going to be chaining 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Turn your work, and we are going to work along this chain, and so once again you are going to be placing a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So count 1, 2, 3, 4 and place a double crochet into that. Now place a double crochet into the next chain and place a double crochet into the next chain, and this creates our first cluster for this row. And what you will be doing is once again attaching it to the square from the previous row. So just place these squares side by side, pop your hook through that space from the previous square and slip stitch very simply. And now we are going to be working on this double crochet. So chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. In this chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and now place 3 more double crochets on this double crochet from the previous row, if that makes sense. So 1, 2 and 3 double crochets. So we have another cluster of 4 double crochets. Attach this square to the next square with a slip stitch like so. And now we are going to work through this space. So chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as our first double crochet, and place 3 more double crochets through that space like so. And this is row 3, and as you can see we have 3 clusters for row 3, so 1, 2 and 3. And so this pattern is going to grow and grow and grow, following this very simple pattern repeat. So for row 4, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Turn your work, and you are going to be working along this chain, and so you are going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are going to be working into that 4th chain from the hook. So just go ahead and place a double crochet through that 4th chain like so. And obviously, like I said, the first chain 3 always counts as a double crochet. Now go into the next chain with a double crochet like so, and into the next chain with a double crochet, and this creates our first cluster of 4 double crochet. And now what we are going to be doing is attaching this square to the square from the previous row. Now you are going to be chaining 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as our first double crochet, and you will be placing 3 more double crochets into this space and attaching this to the square. And now we are going to be placing another cluster of 4 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. This counts as our first double crochet, and go in with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and just slip stitch to that square. And now place 4 double crochets beginning with a chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and that means we are going to be placing 3 double crochets into that space. 1, 2 and 3, and obviously because the first chain 3 at the beginning counts as a double crochet, this counts as a cluster of 4 double crochets. So as you can see, this pattern is growing, so I hope it's making sense. I'm going to show you the last I'm going to show you the 5th row, and that will be the last row that I show you before I let you carry on with this pattern on your own. But it's very simple. So chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Turn your work, and now we are going to be working across this chain. So count 1, 2, 3, 4 and place a double crochet into this chain. The first chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Go into the next chain with a double crochet, and go into the next chain with a double crochet. And obviously this counts as our first cluster. You are going to be slip stitching like so. Chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Place 3 more double crochets in this stitch, and you have 4 double crochets in total. Slip stitch through the next square, 1, 2 and 3. Place 3 double crochets into this space. Slip stitch through the next square, 1, 2 and 3. Go into this space with 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and slip stitch through the square, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as a double crochet. Now place 3 more double crochets in this space, and as you can see, so this is the end of row 5, and as you can see, our pattern is growing. It's very simple, so I'm going to let you carry this on with your yarn for the next so we need 57 rows in total, so that means you need another 52 rows after these 5 first rows. So I'm just going to let you carry this on. As always, you know that the free pattern is available on my blog selinaveronique.com, so just go ahead and check that. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, I finished my 57 rows in total. This is what I have. Like I say, the photographs will be on my blog, so just go to my blog and check that out. And so now, for this part, what we are going to be doing is starting the border. And so to do the border, what we are going to be doing is placing the border on this side, so on the V. So it's hard to show on camera, so I apologize. So we've not fastened off, and we are going to be placing a border all across this side until we reach this angle, and then we're going to go down again all across this side. So this is what I call the V side of the shawl. And so what we are going to be doing is placing a row of single crochets. So like I said, we've not fastened off. I'm going to zoom in a bit just to show this part. So like I say, we are going to be starting this row along this edge. So to begin, you will chain 1, and this does not count as a single crochet. And this is what I call the wrong side of the stitches. So this is the row side. So we are going to be placing the single crochets evenly across this edge. So you are going to be going into the next space to place a single crochet, and to do this single crochet, you are going to go directly into the space with your hook, pull up a loop, you have 2 loops on your hook, and take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and that creates a single crochet. Now go into the next space with a single crochet, and again the next space with a single crochet, and the next space, and the next space. And as you can see, I'm placing all my single crochets across this edge just so that they are placed evenly. So yeah, just go ahead and do that, and then once I reach the point, the top angle, I'll show you what to do then. Okay, so I'm back, and like I say, I was going to show you how I carried on this row. So as you can see, I've gone all the way up this side up to this point. And now I'm going to go all the way down once again with single crochets. So really there's nothing that I need to show you. I did place a single crochet at the very top here, and now I'm just going to be placing a single crochets like I told you earlier all the way along this edge and evenly. So just carry on doing the exact same thing, and then once you reach the bottom edge, I'll show you what to do then. Okay, so I finished my row of single crochets. What I will do is put in my free pattern the number of single crochets that I did place on each side, just so in case you want to find out, and in case you want to know, I will be counting them. So now for the next row, and we are going to start making the double loop edging. So to do this, you are going to be chaining 1. Sorry, I'll redo this. So to begin, we are chaining 1, and this counts as your first single crochet and goes with this first stitch here. You are going to go into the next single crochet with a single crochet. And now what we are going to be doing is chaining 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 1 and 2 stitches and go into the next with a single crochet. And now place a single crochet again in the 2 next stitches. So place a single crochet in the next stitch and place another single crochet into the next stitch. And now chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 2 stitches and go into the next with a single crochet and place a single crochet into the next stitch 2 times. There we go. So this is what we have for now. And now chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 2 stitches and go into the next with a single crochet and place a single crochet in the 2 next stitches, and just repeat this pattern until you reach the top of the V part, the point, and then I'll show you what to do then. Okay, so I've reached the point part, as you can see, so the top of the shawl. And I'm just going to carry on, so I'm doing this pattern, so I'm going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and skip 1 and 2 stitches and go into the third with a single crochet, and then place 2 more single crochets and just carry on with this pattern all the way down this side, and then I'll get back to you a few stitches before the end of this pattern. Okay, so I've almost finished this row and I'm really pleased with how this is going. I'll show you in 1 second, but just to finish off this row, as you can see, I've chained 5. I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches, and as you can see, I've got 2 stitches left, and so I'm going to skip those 2 stitches, go into the next with a single crochet, and go into the next stitch with a single crochet, and that's it. We finished, because if you recall, we started the first section with 2 single crochets before beginning this pattern. So we've just finished row 1, so let me just show you, let me de-zoom. There we go. So we've just finished row 1 of this edging, double loop edging. I'm really pleased. I will be writing down on my blog exactly the number of single crochets that I placed on the row prior, just so if you want to have the correct amount of single crochets. So now I'm going to show you row 3. I'm going to be chaining 1 to begin the row, and then go into the single crochet in the next single crochet like so. And now you are going to be chaining 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we've chained 8, and we are going to be placing a single crochet into the center, single crochet from the previous row. So as you remember, we've got a 3 single crochet cluster here, and you are going to be going and placing a single crochet in the middle one, in the center one, like so. So now you are going to be chaining 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And once again, just go into the center single crochet from the previous row with a single crochet, chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and go and place a single crochet into the center single crochet from the previous row. And just carry this on all the way around, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've almost finished this last row, as you can see. So I'm going to chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And to finish off this row, I am going to be placing a single crochet into the very last stitch on this project, and this is it. I'm just going to de-zoom, sorry. I'm going to de-zoom. I'm going to fasten off, leaving a long tail for sewing, and then I can easily maneuver this project once I've fastened off. So to finish off this project, just pull your yarn through this loop and tighten, and this creates a knot, and obviously we will be fastening in this loose end. And let's have a look at this shawl. It's really beautiful. I love it. I do have a few loose ends to tidy, but I absolutely adore this shawl. I'm so pleased with how it turned out. Obviously all the photos will be available on my blog, and don't forget to check that out. And I'm really pleased with this project and tutorial in this kind of challenge, using vintage yarn to crochet a vintage shawl. So let me know in the comments if you let me know if you loved this tutorial, in which case the next time I spot a vintage yarn in a charity shop or elsewhere, I'll be sure to purchase it so as to crochet a vintage shawl. I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed working with a yarn that was actually created in the city that I live in the UK. That was really lovely. It's a nice thought to think that the yarn that you're actually using was actually local. It seems crazy now because so many yarns are made in foreign countries, or at least they're made in, I mean, they're not really made locally anymore, at least not in England, it seems. So yeah, let me know what you think. So I've just fastened in a loose end as I was talking, and so let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to share the video, that really helps my channel. And if you want more feminine crochet content and vintage content, don't forget to head over to my Patreon page. The link is in the down bar. We are more members joining every day, so that's really nice and lovely, and it's a really nice way for us to share our love of vintage crochet and feminine crochet. I'm really enjoying Patreon, so don't hesitate. For as little as £2, which is I think $2 US dollars 50 a month, you can join the membership app, and it's really nice. It's really amazing. So I'll link that in the down bar. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.